Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for your Battersea Power Station Transformer Day review and experience video, I suppose that's exactly what this is going to be. So I'm of course going to be sharing and showing with you some of the merchandise, some of the special things that were available there on the day, talking about some of the experiences that I had, indeed obviously meeting Sophia, which was great. I've got some footage of the opening, I've got some footage. I've got loads, to be fair. What I'm not going to be showing you in this video is, again, the walk-arounds. I think I've put 2 of them up already. I also want to be reiterating with you a few things that the manager said. In fact, I'll start off with that then, because I know that we've already seen lots of comments about the fact that there were no actual, perhaps, Legacy or Studio Series toys. They will be stocking some of them. I can 100% guarantee that they will be stocking some of them, and there are some there. I think at the moment what they were going for, or for this, especially for the opening, is the fact that they had some very limited edition merchandise. I'm going to show you some of that as well in a second. And in a way, it was quite refreshing to see things that were, that weren't just normal toys. And I know that sounds silly because it's a Transformers store, and I know I'm going to get panned for this, and there's going to be loads of comments, but guys, and especially if you've not seen this channel before, in the UK, we're very, very lucky with Smiths. You can walk into any Smiths, check out my toy hunt videos on here, and there is a wall of Transformers, full of Legacy, full of Studio Series. Now, what I'm trying to say is, perhaps they should have had a bit more there for you guys, but the other thing is that we can get that anywhere at the moment in the UK. So it was nice for me anyway. It was nice to go into somewhere that wasn't just, again, all stuff that we've seen before. Yes, there was loads of Transformers 1 figures. Yes, there was lots of figures aimed at kids, but the thing, as I say, the merchandise there was really good. Yes, there was a few Funko Pops as well, but as I said, they are going to be stocking normal toys. But this is the other thing that was really good, and I want to get this across to you straight away. Warren, the manager, I had numerous conversations with him. He's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to be liaising with them quite a lot. I'm going to be doing events. Hopefully I'm going to be going down as well, at least a couple of times a year, and we're going to be doing little things like unboxings. I've got some special pins from the store that I'm going to be doing separate unboxing videos. But this was the good thing, what he said, because he's got such a tight relationship with the companies, like the figure pins, like the merchandise, and with Hasbro, obviously, that they are able to rotate, to change, and to exactly that, to manipulate. That's probably the best word, to manipulate what goes in and out of the store. So, for example, and he told us all this, and typically I wasn't recording it at the time, but anybody who was there, and there may be some footage coming out later on, he was saying exactly that. If we get a load of people that come in, and again, maybe via myself, who's going to be doing pin openings and all that sort of stuff, let's just say everybody wants an RC pin. I know that people have mentioned RC a few times, or some RC plushes. He then has the power to go to them particular companies, and indeed ask them to make these, which I think is fantastic. I mean, obviously the only power that he's not going to have before anybody says is, can we get more of these particular figures, or the ones that we haven't seen, or some G1 reissues? That obviously will still rely at the feet of Hasbro, and probably BMAC and Mark Mahir, when they put them questionnaires out on their Instagram and things like that, which people do, and of course they've listened with that. But the good thing is, as I say, mainly about the merchandise, it was really refreshing to hear him say that, and he meant it with all sincerity, and he wouldn't have said it if it wasn't actually possible. So it is good, guys. As I say, if you're lucky enough to live in the UK and you can head down there, they were still bringing stock out. As I say, it's pretty much, I think the Americans sort of call it like a soft opening, because it obviously wasn't the official opening. When I left at like 8:30 at night, they were still bringing out racking, they were still setting up all sort of things. So you're probably going to see quite a lot of footage coming out from them now, from other things that are going to be there that weren't there when I was there. I wanted to get that across first and foremost, but now I want to go into the actual video. And as ever, guys, I feel like I let you guys and a little bit let myself down, because I didn't get to do the interviews and the things that I wanted to. This is the reason why. Well, it's crazy, and this is another reason why London and London traffic really, it just gets on my nerves. I'm not going to lie to you guys, and this is why I didn't do this video last night. I was so tired. So I left my house at 4 a.m. My sat-nav was saying I was going to get to London at about 3 minutes past 8, which was insane, because I should have, even if I'd have been driving at 70 miles an hour, which is the speed limit, I would have been there by 7. But the traffic was so awful that I literally ended up getting out the car and running to Battersea Power Station for, what's the word I'm after, for 2 minutes. I got in at 2 minutes past 9. I should have been there about 8. I wanted to be there at 8 so I could do exactly what I'm doing now, do the intro to the video, say this is where it is, look how beautiful it is, etc. Because it is, it's a crazy, it's like a shopping centre, but it's better than that. It's insane how beautiful the surroundings are, how much that, who could even fathom getting turning one of the biggest power stations in the UK into a mall, I suppose is what it is. But I got there 2 minutes past 9, absolute flustered. You're going to see a picture now of, I'm just making a note at the time, of me doing an interview, because I was there. I need to get there. I did 2 pieces for Riverside Radio. The first was basically just being, I suppose, a super fan, as they were dubbing me, talking about how great it is, the fact that we've got a shop there, which is brilliant. And then there was, of course, they had a questionnaire, but it was quite tough, to be fair. It wasn't a questionnaire, it was a quiz. But a lot of the questions had different answers depending on which fandom you followed, or which lore there was, or which cartoon series you watched. So it was quite funny because I think I only really answered 2 of them directly to get the one things. But again, once I get that footage from Riverside Radio, I'm going to put that up separately as well. So that was brilliant. But what I'm going to do now is very quickly, I'm just going to splice into this some of the opening scenes and opening footage for you guys to have a look at what was said, and to see the great, you know, the curtain reveal as well of the very special, I suppose. He's like a mascot, the Optimus Prime over the Battersea thing. We're going to see that right now.
Wow, well, yeah, I'll start and say thank you. We've got Clive Parr here, the comic illustrator. We've got Sophia Miles here, actress who's been in a Transformers film, one of our Transformers films as well. So both are available for interviews with media if you haven't spoken to them already. Okay, I'm going to invite Marianne from Hasbro to come and say a few words.
I'm going to try and project as loud as I possibly can, but I just want to say it's an absolute honour to be here to open our very first standalone Transformers store. So it's the first of its kind for us here. And none of this would be possible without our incredible partners at Event Merchandising for bringing this incredible store to life in such an innovative way. So for 40 years now, Transformers has been captivating the hearts and minds of fans all over the world with really beautiful storytelling and unforgettable characters like Optimus Prime, Megatron and Bumblebee. So to bring the characters to life in this store in a unique way is a really fantastic thing for us to do and to achieve with event merchandising. It's another way for our fans to connect, experience and celebrate Transformers in the way that they love to. So huge thank you, and please do enjoy. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, now we're going to call on Sophia Miles, Darcy from Transformers Age of Extinction, and Jeremy Goldsmith from Event Merchandise to come up. And Sophia's going to officially open the store by unveiling our mural.
I want to be surprised with everyone.
You drew it. So there you go, that was some actual footage of the opening. There was way more as well, but a lot of it I think perhaps wouldn't be too interesting for yourselves, because it was just a lot of thanking people for their efforts, which again I want to do as well. I want to take another opportunity to just say how incredible all the staff were. All of the PR agencies that were there I was working and helping along with. There was 2 different PR agencies. Sophia was there, of course. She was fantastic. She was so nice, so down to earth. We had, again, I missed a huge missed opportunity, but now because I've got a direct contact with her, maybe I'll be able to get a proper interview with her and basically ask her the questions that I did anyway. So I'm sure, fingers crossed, I can get that sorted for you guys, because of course she was in Age of Extinction. And we were just talking and she was just saying, you know, how crazy it was, how the scenes were things, and things were literally, of course, as we expected, Michael Bay, just blowing up, and there were real explosions, and perhaps the look of shock and everything on her face was because she wasn't really expecting it. She was just really nice to talk to. Everybody there was just really nice to talk to. You could see everybody's enthusiasm and everybody's excitement. I got to meet some actual contacts in person from Blockies, loads of other things like that. So it was just a nice meeting. It was all very chilled, it was all very relaxed, but on the same hand it felt really special because it is the world's first. And as I say, after what I've said about what Warren was saying, that the fact that it is going to be completely, I suppose, as fans, it's going to be a fans shop as well, and we can manipulate, I've already said that word, of what's going to be going in stock as well. Now, of course, Robosen were there. In fact, I'm going to overlap a couple of pictures now of me and Sophia, which you may have seen on my Instagram or not. The Vanch card, of course, was there. I didn't get any footage of that, but there was a Robosen display, and I know we've seen Robosen figures displayed, or actions, demonstrations, that's the word I'm after. I know we've seen loads of Robosen demonstrations hundreds of times, but what I've never seen is exactly what I'm about to show you now. So if you've seen it, I do apologise, and you can just skip straight through it. If you're not interested, you can just skip straight through it. But I wanted to put it on here because he had 2 Optimus Primes, 2 Bumblebees and Grimlock all in sync. And it was just incredible. So I thought, I've never seen that before. Maybe you guys haven't and you want to watch it. If you don't want to watch it, skip a minute and 30 seconds from now. But otherwise, you can watch that right now.
What do you think? Mate, they are impressive, isn't they? I've never seen a tour like this.
Here you go, watch this.
They're so in sync with each other, it's unreal.
Right, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Anyway, if you didn't, you've skipped past it anyway. So then after that, we was able to go, and I'm going to start to upload some of the pictures now over this as well. You'll notice on the tour that it looks like there's this big sort of empty space on the back wall, is in the back room, because there is 2 huge rooms. What I didn't show you as well is, and I'm going to just mention it just because it's true, if you're thinking of going and you've got like a sibling or some daughters who love Peppa Pig, there is a Peppa Pig shop that opened at exactly the same time connected to it, because of course with them both being Hasbro, but I didn't actually go through the door in any of the videos for obvious reasons, but just to let you know, it is right next to Peppa Pig shop as well. However, yes, the back wall, and it looked like the back of or the front, shall we say, of a Generation 1 box with the red and the grid in the background. Now, what this is for some photos that you're probably going to start to see now. A little bit like a bit of a green screen, and they got you posing in some funny pictures. I don't know why I'm doing that, because you can't see me, you're seeing the pictures, but you know, a couple of poses and stuff, and then of course you take the QR code and then you get to see your pictures. So that's brilliant. So that's obviously a bit of fun. They're just there for you to download straight onto your phone. Again, just more of an interactive experience rather than just being a shop selling things, you know, that we've all sort of seen. So that was really good. You've seen that, as I say, just about now. And then, of course, what it came to was, because there was like loads of different things going on. There was, of course, the main opening at 9:30. And then there was like a Hasbro and a press thing as well. That was later on in the afternoon. I didn't take any footage of, but there was the Daily Mail there. There was some other people, just, as I say, just there for the opening as well. But then it turned to the part of the people who were coming down, like the fans like us. So obviously Sixo was there, a lot of his friends from Triple Takeover and the Triple Takeover podcast. Jay Swags and Liam wasn't there, but all the people that are in his Patreon, a few of the people I'd got down there, Sam from Sam's Formers, and loads of guys who just wanted to come down and see the shop, Paul Spacebridge, etc., Matt, Tim Banerjee, etc. All the people I mentioned quite a lot were down there with, I suppose, the advantage of living in London as well. But yeah, so what they got me involved in, again with this, these are the new things. Yeah, I know they're kiddie, but they're a bit of fun. These really bounce, and I've got no footage because I was in charge of it, but I'll probably get some, and I'm sure you'll see on the internet very soon footage of me instigating a whole game. It was just a bit of fun. If you bounced this ball through the hole, you got to keep it. So, but nobody literally did at all. But then I did, but I have to confess I had been practicing during the day, so I managed to do it. So I got to keep this, which was really good. And then of course, after that, I managed to go around. I'd already picked up a few things, but then I actually managed to get and buy some things myself, which I'm going to now show you exactly what I got myself. So now I'm going to go through all the things, I suppose, that I picked up. And again, it's just to give you an idea of some of the things that are there that perhaps might not have appeared on the video. Before I go any further, though, I need to make a quick shout out, special mention to Nathan and his son, Freddie. Freddie was lovely, bless him, in the shop. Completely excited and great to see his face with the Transformers. And of course, Dinobot Island Toys again, who were there. And it's always great to chat to them. So this is the big thing. This is the one that, funny enough, BMAX commented on straight away on the Instagram that he wanted one. This is a hoodie. You've just got the Autobot logo on the front, but then on the back, Is it right to say mascot? I don't know what to say. I suppose it's the logo or the official, you know, Transformers Battersea picture. So I had to get that. I don't need another hoodie. I especially don't need any more Transformers apparel, but I saw that and of course I had to get it. So I did. Other things that were there, as I say, Pi, who was the guy who had drawn this particular cover. So there was some limited edition comics which are already going for insane amounts on eBay. This was his cover. That's why it's so cool. And you saw him, I suppose, in the video and the unveiling. There's his signature on that as well. But there was also these as well. So I managed to get hold of one of these, just a black and white sketch, which was brilliant. And again, I had a great experience and a lot of opportunity to chat to him for most of the day, which was great. And then he started doing this for everybody, actually, because I started showing everybody. So whether that helped him or not, I don't know, but he just said, who's your favourite character? And of course I said Scorponok, and then he went and he did that for me, which I just think is spectacular. It's so cool. And I love the fact that, you know, artists who can just generally just do that in the drop of a hat, because then he started, excuse me, doing in the shop loads of freehand quick drawings for loads of people. So got a couple of postcards, just because again I like sort of stuff like this, and I know that lots of people like this, and I also know, and I'm reiterating, going over the same things, that people just wanted to see mainline toys, but it is nice to, you know, to see other things. So because I've got young kids, I've got a fridge magnet, I've got some of the little bag clips, some little the pins. Some of the pins I actually got, my daughter loves Bumblebee, so obviously for that reason had to get her a little Bumblebee plush as well as all these two, just, you know, things that just to keep the kids happy, to be fair. As well as I say as these, which I'm going to do a completely separate video talking about these, which you'll probably see in a second. But overall, in summary, it's well worth a visit, guys. I know it's well worth a visit because they do have everything in there. I know they haven't got, in some aspects, that people want to see some Generation 1 figures. I just don't even know how that would sort of be feasible unless somebody would donate or lend them to there. I also hope for everybody else watching this and for everybody else who's commented that it's not a one-off, that these do start to sort of appear worldwide. I mean, hopefully with the success of this, that could happen. I obviously don't know. I'm just completely, I don't even want to say speculating. I'm hoping that happens for people around the rest of the world, because I do think there's a huge market. Look how many of us are watching this particular video, look how many of us love Transformers, etc. And because the shop caters for all ages, again, hopefully it's going to be a roaring success, and it will, as I say, continue to be a success, so much so that Hasbro look at opening more around the rest of the world. But yes, as I say, go down, have a nose. I'm going to be doing lots of things liaising with them, even though it's miles and miles away from me. I'm going to be doing lots of things via the internet, via exactly what we're doing, some unboxings and all this other sort of thing. And it was, just want to reiterate that to you guys. I want to say thank you to them for the opportunity, thank you to them for the things that I'm going to be able to do because of going down there, and thank you to you guys for watching and for all the comments. And you know, even if it's negative or if it's something that you don't particularly like, then we'll take it on board. I say I take everything on board, any of what people say, you know, if it's, as long as it's constructive criticism, I'll deal with that. As in, and I can pass the information on as well, which I keep doing. But yes, guys, it's just amazing, isn't it? Let's be honest, it's the world's first Transformers store. It's a proper store. It's not just a little corner of a Toys R Us, which we don't even have really in the UK anymore, or it's not just a little aisle or just a section. It is an entire shop. So I'm sure there will be something in that shop that you would like, even if, as I say, you going in there with just wanting legacy figures or generations. I'm sure there's something in there that you would find that you would like as well. But I'm going to round that off there, and as I say, if you're new to the channel, I literally review everything from as I say, from blockies to masterpiece to whatever. As I say, there's a playlist for you, including all the old figures. G1 at heart, obviously you can see around me, and yeah, so there you go. I've got nothing else to say. I lost my voice nearly off again. I've just about got over the tiredness, but I will be down there and hopefully seeing a load of you guys there next time I'm there as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.